I just wanted to make a video and talk about some things tonight, you know, things that are really important and need to be heard and need to be said. And, you know, I never got into this to come on here and pretend to be somebody I wasn't. Like, I was going to do this and be myself no matter what. That I was going to be an authentic person. And I was going to do this to help people. I mean, after all, what are we fighting for? I mean, what the hell are we doing? We're fighting for people and we're fighting for quality of life, right? And I knew when I got into this that I was going to be playing with the big boys, right? That I knew going into this that I was going to have to put my big girl pants on and be a warrior. So one of the things that I want to say is address something that was said in some comments last night. Because I will never cower or not answer to anything, because my motives are pure, and I know that I'm doing this for good reasons, that I don't have anything to hide. So I'm absolutely going to answer to things like that were said to me last night. And one of those things was that I was a spoiled brat and that I was relying on my looks for my channel. I was relying on what I look like. And what I can say to that is I rely on my work. I have solid fucking work. Like, I put blood, sweat, and tears into my videos. I work hard. I don't need to rely on my face. And for somebody to point that out even and accuse that tells more where you're at than what I'm doing. Because we see not the world as it is, but we see the world as we are, through the lens of which our beliefs are. And 4 years ago, I lost everything I had. Everything. I lost my kids, I lost my house, I lost my job, I lost my pets, everything that I owned, except for a few suitcases. And I had to scratch and dig my way out of that to the life that I have today. I fought for everything that I have on my own with no help. And I fought for every second of happiness that I have earned in this life. I had my life torn apart by somebody who is part of this system. And they took everything from me. Everything. And I thought I wouldn't survive it. I thought that that would be the thing that broke me and I wouldn't make it. But I did. I'm still here. I walked away from everything. I walked away from money and things and a very cushy lifestyle to be free. Because my whole life I never even knew what free felt like. And I'm angry because I'm angry at the world. I'm angry at this world that taught me all these false beliefs that kept me imprisoned my whole life. It taught me like what it meant to be a mother, like what I was supposed to be, what that was supposed to look like, and what it was like to be a friend, and what it was like to be a wife, and all these beliefs that somebody else decided for me. And I didn't even get a say in it. These beliefs were like put on me before I ever even knew I had a choice. And for a long time, I did what I thought I was supposed to do. But you know what? That didn't work. I had all the things on the outside, but I was dying on the inside. And so at the point where I lost everything and everything was gone, there was a voice inside of me that said, maybe there's another way. Maybe there's another way to live. Maybe there's another way to do things that might get you what you were promised, and that the outside stuff didn't get you. Not the things, not the car, not the clothes, not the job, not the husband, not the kids, that nothing was able to give me. That hole I had inside of me that was so big and so empty that nothing I did or used could fill it. And so I became willing to believe something different at the depths of that bottom, and I was transformed. My life was transformed, and I've earned everything that I have today, and not just the things I have on the outside, which isn't much, but what I have on the inside, because I'll be damned if I'm going to live in this life and just exist. I won't do it. I'd rather be gone. I will not. And I'm not afraid. The fear that you heard that night when the rocket went off, that wasn't fear for me. That was fear for my kids. I know where I'm going. And trust me, although I've had a great ride, I won't be sad to leave. Because even though I know what's real and I know what's important, nobody else does. So I would never want to leave, but whenever my time came, I would go willingly. Because I've tried to get people to wake up like I have. And it's worked sometimes. Like, you know, I think I've moved some people on it. And what I've understood is that with the gift that I've been given, I have a responsibility to pass it on to others. This gift from God, this thing within me that knows no matter what happens, that I have a God that loves me, and I have, for as many things that I've lost along the way, I know that I have more ahead of me, that everything that I lose is replaced with something else, and I've never been without. And so I'm human, and I wouldn't be the example I want to be for you guys if I tried not to be, because we have so many beliefs and weights and judgments that we put on ourselves, and when we can't live up to it, we beat ourselves up. So when I listen to stories or read stories in the Bible or any spiritual literature that I read, I see the principle in it, and that's not just a principle to know intellectually. That's a principle that needs nothing. It means absolutely nothing if I don't put it into practice. I'm nothing if I'm not what I say that I am. And so, yeah, it's frustrating for me. It's frustrating to watch people forget what they're fighting for. And it's frustrating to see people give up and resign themselves to whatever life they're in right now. It's frustrating when people don't use this one opportunity at life to make it what they really want. It's sad. It's sad to me. And it's sad to hear people that personally attack me like last night and make it personal when everything that I've said on my channel has been about the issues and the statements made. I have never personally attacked anybody. I've never attacked the person. But I absolutely will challenge the things that are said because it reaches a lot of people. And you think the opposition, you think the elites care about feelings or care about, you know, if it's going to hurt somebody, if you bring up what they're telling people? Like, they don't care. We're in a war. You need to understand that there is nothing that they won't do. So if there's something that I hear that somebody says that I feel like is leading somebody astray, I absolutely will address that. And that's part of the dialogue. And it's up to you if whatever you believe, if you believe people or not. But I didn't start this channel to not challenge people. I don't go out of my way to do it, but I absolutely will if I hear something that's false. But I've never attacked somebody personally, and I wouldn't. And that's what happens. People they start attacking the wrong people. Having a dialogue, having a discussion, having a debate about things said or issues brought up is completely different than attacking each other personally. I've had people on my channel that don't agree with me, and we talk about it, and I absolutely respect them for their views. We have a respectful conversation about it, and we can still be on the same team. So I don't know what some of you are doing on here and what your purpose is, but my purpose is to remind people what we're here for. And my purpose is to let people know what we're dealing with. Because there's not very many of us out there telling the truth, telling the stuff you need to know. Not many. I'm not brilliant. I can put some movies together, but all I'm doing is telling the whole truth. And I think that's why people are here, because it's unfiltered and it's real. And I'm not bought and paid for. I don't answer to anybody but God. I don't work for anybody but God. And in my journey, I've had to leave a lot of people behind because they weren't going where I'm going. People that I've loved, that I've cared about. Amazing people. But I see so clearly where I'm headed towards. And I know what that is. I know what that looks like. That I'm not staying behind for anybody. I'm not. So if you hear what I'm saying, and I hope that you do, don't fall victim to subscribe to these false beliefs that we're taught. And every day that you live in fear and in bondage, and you don't live your fullest potential, they've got you and they've won. And that's sad. But it's not going to be me. So thanks for listening tonight, guys. Stay safe and God bless.